Hello all, welcome to my YouTube channel PK Chemistry. Last lecture we discussed molecular rearrangement, different types and classification. Each classification have different synthetic methods. In that we have discussed Wagner-Mervin rearrangement. In this session we are going to discuss phenol-phenolone rearrangement. Acid catalyzed dehydrogenation of 1,2-diol usually lead to formation of ketones. For example, if you take diol in the presence of acid, you will get a ketone. This is also similar to Wagner-Mervin rearrangement. Only differs in the rearranged ions. The conjugate acid of ketone is more stable than the carbocation formed in the Wagner-Mervin rearrangement mechanism. So, in the presence of acid, the hydroxyl group get protonated to get oxonium ion. The next step, the elimination of water molecule leads to formation of carbocation, tertiary carbocation. Then the migration of methyl group 1 to shift. Then elimination of H plus gives the targeted product phenolphthalein. In the phenolphthalein rearrangement, migration of groups play an important role. The migratory aptitude of aryl group is much greater than that of alkyl or hydrogen. So in the first point, the aryl migratory is greater than hydrogen, greater than methyl. The second point, aryl group's migratory aptitude increases as aromatic nucleus made increasingly electron rich. So for example, if you take the aryl group migratory aptitude increases as the aromatic nuclei is made increasingly electron rich. The migrating aptitude increasing in the following manner: the chlorophenyl, phenyl, toluene, methoxyphenyl. For example, if you take this diol, toluene, phenyl, phenyl, toluene. So in the presence of acid, so what you will get is the toluene is more migratory than the phenyl. So the toluene will migrate. So what you will get, the product is phenyl, toluene, toluene and phenyl. The next point is, in alicyclic compounds, the migrating group to be an anti to the leaving group. For example, cis 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexane 1,2-diol. If you take this compound OH, methyl, methyl bond OH. So in the presence of acid, what you will get it? Oxonium ion, right? Then OH. The elimination of water molecule, same time the methyl group migration. So what you will get is methyl, methyl and then ketone. This is this case. If you take trans diol, So this is OH, this is OH. In the presence of acid, what will happen? Get protonated, bond OH2 plus methyl OH. This OH, this is the antiposition. So what will happen? So the elimination of water molecule and same time ring contraction happens. So this bond comes here, then automatically this bond goes here. So what will happen? This methyl and ketone and methyl. This is like this you can write. So in the case, this case, you will not get any ring contraction. However, in the trans case, the ring contractions happens. Symmetrical and unsymmetrical diols in the phenol-phenolane rearrangement. With these symmetrical diols, it does not matter which hydroxyl group protonated and leaves, nor which group migrates. When you write a mechanism, it does not matter which hydroxyl group you protonated and which adjacent carbon bond migrates. They are all same. For example, if you take this diol, so there are two possible way. One is this hydroxyl get protonated, another one is this hydroxyl get protonated. So what will happen if you protonate this one OH2, this is OH. So when this leaves, so automatically the 5-member ring expanded to 6-member ring. So what you will get is, so this double bond O ketone and 5-member ring. At the same time, if you take this hydroxyl group, so what happens? This comes here, this water elimination. So this bond comes here. So what you will get is 6-member and 5-member. The both products are same in the symmetrical case. So if you take another example, diol, phenyl, 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 phenyl. So what you will get is the ketone you will get the ketone product. In unsymmetrical diol case, the diols rearranges its important which way the reaction goes. Usually the reaction leaves behind the more stable carbocation. For example, if you take this example, OH, OH, phenyl, phenyl, H plus, what will be the product? We can protonate in the both case, but we need to identify which carbocation is more stable. We know that the triphenyl carbocation is more stable than that of diphenyl carbocation, diphenyl methyl carbocation than that of benzyl carbocation, than that of tertiary carbocation, than that of secondary carbocation than that of ethyl carbocation is more stable than methyl carbocation. So if you look at this, in the presence of acid, it will get protonated and you will get a oxonium ion, then leaves the water molecule. So what you will get is OH and diphenyl methyl carbocation. This is more stable than that of other carbocations. So what will happen? Next step, the hydroxyl groups gives the lone pair of electron, then the bond shifted to here. So what you will get is 6-membered ring. So ketone and diphenyl. So the same way, if you take this one, phenyl and phenyl in the presence of acid. So here the diphenyl methyl carbocation more stable than the tertiary methyl carbocation. So you will get the methyl migration. So the result, phenyl, phenyl, methyl, you get a product. So I am giving here two problem to solve in your home. If you like this video, share with your friends. I will be back with semi-phenol rearrangement. Thank you.